Alright guys, how's it going? Emmett here, welcome back to another video. So, as per usual, going to be talking mortgages, going to be talking leads, going to be talking appointments, and we're going to be talking setting actual appointments that can convert into clients and into business for yourself, which is ultimately what we're looking for. You can see it's a really bright and sunny day here, which I'm not complaining about in the slightest, but may affect the lighting here and make me squint a little bit. So, what is this simple trick that you're going to implement that's actually going to increase the level of appointments that you can set from the leads that you currently have? If you're currently using something like Unbiased, My Online Advisor, if you're running Facebook ads, Google ads, whatever it may be, a very common criticism that people give is that you're not able to get in touch with the leads that you generate, with the leads that you purchase, that the quality is poor, that they're not interested, or that you just can't get them on the phone in the first place. There's a general saying that goes around saying that 50% of the leads that you ever buy or produce or generate will never even answer the phone. So you can't potentially do business, and that's 50% of people off the table straight away. But with the leads that I produce for my clients, we have let me just double check, 72.3% lead to appointment booking rate. So not only are we getting more than 50% of people on the phone, we are getting 70% of the total leads that we generate onto an appointment with our advisors to actually speak with them. And this isn't just like a random appointment, as in someone says, oh, let me speak with an advisor, and they get on, they have 20 years of arrears already, and they can't, I'm exaggerating, of course, but these are legitimate inquiries. These are actual genuine conversations that can be had where there is potential to do business here. So I want to take you through my system for doing this, because for the majority of people, at least the majority of people that I speak with, they will say, Emmett, listen, we bought these leads, but our process for following up, we'll ring them once on the day that they came through. And if we don't get an answer, we'll ring them again, and we'll ring them the next day, and we'll ring them 3 times. If they don't answer after 3 times, it's dud lead. And maybe, just like really maybe, if people are, thorough with it, they'll ring them 5 times. They'll actually ring them 3 times the first 3 days, then they'll leave it a day, then maybe they'll call them the next week as well. But if they don't get an answer, then it's kind of like they're trying to surprise them the week after. Like, let's hope that they forgot about all the calls. If we don't get an answer after 5 calls, then it's a dud lead. So you probably think I'm gonna disappoint you guys here, show you something that you probably don't want to see, and I'll be real, I'm about to, because this might seem a little bit extreme, but this is my process for following up with leads. It may seem extreme in terms of the inputs, but the outputs are extreme as well. Like I said, 70% ABR, appointment booking rate, isn't something to be laughed about. So let's jump onto the laptop. I'll take you through this system, show you exactly what it is that I'm doing, and the specific amount of calls, automations, texts, emails that I am making as well. Because, and you'll notice I said text and automations, technology is your friend, alright? Technology is your friend, so use it. If there's something there that can increase the business that you're doing, make things smoother, save you time, and make you more money, then why would you not take advantage of it? It's just willful ignorance and willful stagnation at this point if you're not doing it. So let's jump in, let's run through the system, and let's get it going. Ta-da! So, the golden follow-up system. I want to just come out and say I can't take credit for this. This isn't my system, but I have leveraged it myself, and I've had some really good results using it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys today as well. So what actually is the golden follow-up system? This is essentially the combination of phone calls, manual phone calls, which are going to take your time or an admin's time, texts, and emails that you're going to be leaving with leads that have been generated. Specifically, these are for leads generated through Facebook and Instagram advertising, but you can go ahead and apply this to anything else you want as well. I don't know. Use your own judgment. I use it for Facebook and Instagram. These are the results I've got, so I'll share those with you. You can use it as you like. Now, this might seem a bit extreme, and if you look in here, you can see day 1 when the lead was actually generated, call, double dial, call again, all the way up to day 30. And even then, we're still not giving up on these leads. We're calling once every 30 days after that anyways. And yeah, it might seem extreme. You might be thinking, Emmett, what the absolute fuck? There's no way I'm calling leads this much. This is spammy. People aren't going to be interested if I call them this many times. But I need to talk through a certain level of paradigm and way that you actually think about this and the way that you view this, because This could turn into a therapy session, but if you're familiar with the term praxis, you can only act in accordance with what you believe to be true. If you don't believe that it is in your best interest to be doing this, and number two, it's in the lead's best interest for you to be doing this, then you're just simply not going to do it. So let's talk through that a little bit. Let's talk through it. So when to follow up, of course, obviously you want to follow up with these guys straight away. The longer that you leave it, the less that somebody's going to care. So yeah, you might find that your leads aren't interested, all right? You ring them and it feels like a cold call. Why does it feel like that? Why is that the case? More often than not, if you leave it for any longer than, like, it says here ideally 5 to 10 minutes, but like if you leave it any longer than an hour, 2 hours, a day, multiple days, there's no point. The lead's going to be dead. And you don't even have to do this manually. You can have those texts and emails going out straight away. I'd recommend text, SMS. You can do this through multiple platforms. I use Go High Level. If you want a significantly discounted price, make sure to send me a message and I can hook you up with my own system. I'll just come out and say it's about 60 quid a month, but you'd be paying 97 yourself, so you can get it for 60 with me. You can have that within the first 5 to 10 minutes, and that's through a text message. If you can call them, you can set up automations on your phone to see when a new lead comes in. You can make that touch point. That's going to make people so much more interested, because even just put yourself in their shoes. If you make a submission on Facebook, it's not a massive thing, all right? You're not saying, let me book this appointment at this time. Let me get off work so I can go to this appointment. You're just making a submission, name a number. Get on them quicker. It'll increase their interest and receptiveness as well. So best practices, obviously you can have a read through this yourself. Obviously be the solution. You want to actually recognize that these people have a problem. People aren't just submitting for no reason, and that you can actually help these people. That is something that you need to bear in mind, because if you do feel like you're helping them, then it's going to make it easier for you as well. And yeah, as I say, a lead is a lead. Every lead has taken an action. They have actually pressed submit. They have said, I want to get a call from this person. They might say at this time, however you have your funnel set up, that's cool. But these people are very much submitting. They are real people, real problems, and they took a real action. So even then, like, if you want to flip this, all right, you might think, oh, calling them 30 times, that's spamming. There's no way I'm not doing that. Like, who's spamming who here, all right? If you answer the phone and they're like, oh, I'm not interested, like, who wasted whose time here? They made a submission requesting a call back and you gave them exactly what they asked for, and they said, I'm not interested. The way I see it, that's them spamming you, so don't worry about it. Just saying the truth. But why would you follow up at all? Let's actually talk through the main reason why follow-ups are important, because you're not just going to catch somebody straight away and have them drop everything to speak with you straight away. That's just not necessarily going to be the case. So let's talk through this. But people get busy, you know what I mean? People do get busy, and life gets hectic. People have things that they need to go to, things that they need to commit to, and they're not always going to be able to answer the phone straight away. Follow up, show that you're real, actually put in the effort, and you can catch people at the right time. If you aren't genuine, potential customers will know and they'll go elsewhere. So, like, there's a certain level of reasonableness to this. Don't just ring up like, hey, buy my stuff. It's like, hey, listen, like, is that John? Yes, John. John, hope you're okay. Listen, John, we had just received an inquiry from a post of ours online on this number. We have your email here, john@123gmail.com. John, we're mortgage advisors. We had just received a request for a call back from yourself about your current mortgage. Are you looking to apply at the minute? Are you going to remortgage? What sort of situation, John? And John might say, fuck off, Emmett. or he'll say, yeah, I actually do have 2 minutes to speak. And if he says fuck off, like, it's fine. We can just let him go. So we don't worry about it. But show that you're a real person, actually care about this person, their problems and their situation. Make it about them and helping them, because they're asking for your help at the end of the day by making an inquiry. When should you stop? Don't stop. Unless they say stop, unless they specifically tell you to stop, don't stop following up with these people. Throw them into your email list. Get them onto your organic content as well. This is never ending. Just because somebody made an inquiry in, like, I don't know, it's February right now, it's the 22nd of February. Just because someone makes an inquiry on the 22nd of February doesn't mean they're going to go ahead and purchase straight away. It might be like a year or 2 years. It could take a long, long time. So just bear that in mind and don't stop following up. Okay. All that being said, let's actually go through the system. Let me talk you through everything that I do with each lead, and you want to actually be diligent with this. Make sure that you put them the whole way through. Don't just get to like day 4 and be like, fuck, like they're not going to answer. I'm just going to stop. Like, you can automate 90% of this. And if you have somebody to help you, if you have admin or you have a phone setter as well, like you can outsource the entirety of it and you don't have to do any manual work. So let's go through it. Day 1, when the lead was captured, 3 phone calls. Okay. And whenever I say phone call, it's a double dial. So ring, no answer. Ring again straight away. People can have their phones on mute, and if it goes straight to voicemail and then you ring again, it actually dials instead of just going straight to voicemail. So that's the reason for the double dial. Leave a voicemail on that one because they might just not answer, and you can have the text as well. So immediately upon submission, you're going to want to have a text go out to them. So don't just do it like, I say immediately, don't just like wait 1 second and send a text. Maybe wait 3 or 4 minutes, because it's just a bit too needy. It's going to put people off. It's going to make people instantly recognize this is just automated text, and it's going to put them off. So give it 3-4 minutes, send through a text. They can respond to that. You can pick up the conversation there. And then if you give them a ring, if they respond to the text, absolutely fine. So yeah, you're going to want to call again. So let's say they submit at like 10 in the morning. Ideally, then you call them at lunchtime, and then ideally about 5, 6, 7 p.m. whenever they're finishing and getting home from work. And yes, I appreciate you don't want to just, like, let's say a lead is submitted at like 4 p.m. Like, you don't want to call them 3 times in an hour. Use a certain level of personal discrepancy to this. Don't just ring people at any hour of the day, of course, but I don't think I need to say that. I don't think I need to tell you guys to work less, so there's no worries about that. Automate those texts, automate those emails. Like I said, go high level. You can get it for a discounted price. Send me a message, and I can get you hooked up with that. Day 2, this is going to be pretty similar. So first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening. Give them a call at 8:30, 9, 10 a.m. Double dial, voicemail, text and email. They can be automated again. Day 2, you're going to want to call in the evening. So morning, evening, and you can do a text with that as well. Day 3, pretty much the exact same. Day 4, exact same. Day 5, 8, 14, and 30. This is a little bit, we're letting it off the hook a little bit. If they haven't answered after, how many phone calls is that? 6, 10, 14, 18 calls, then, it's a bit more than 5, but there's a certain level whereby we want to say, okay, maybe they're not going to answer the phone. But at the same time, we don't want to give up. We want to keep those calls going. Day 5, day 8, day 14, day 30. We can give them a ring, maybe try ringing at different times of the day. You can try ringing with different numbers as well. You can get digital phone numbers through Go High Level as well, which can certainly help with this. But you're going to want to leave them a voicemail, leave them a text, just keep that touch point, and keep engaging with them. And then you can call once every 30 days as well. I don't even necessarily recommend this, but it is part of the system that I have been implementing. I just haven't gone this far, but that's completely up to yourself. And leave those voicemails, leave those texts as well. And you will get in touch with the people this way. And here's the thing. Even if they say no, it is a good thing, because you can disqualify the lead. It's one more no closer to a yes. The yes is what we're going for, and by getting more no's in the sheet, we're getting closer to those yeses, which is exactly what we want. So don't be worried about following up. Like I say, if they submit and then they say they're not interested, you're not spamming them by following up with them. They're the ones spamming you. They're wasting your time. This is for serious inquiries only. If people aren't willing to do serious business, then we don't want to be speaking with them. And at the end of the day, it's them who's going to be worse off anyways. So that's the follow-up process. Ultimately, what we're trying to do here is set appointments. This is just to get people on the phone in the first place. The appointment process is going to be something different as well. And this, I would recommend that you do completely automated. I don't think there should be any manual work involved with the appointment reminder process. That being said, let's talk through that quickly. So obviously, you want this to be like as soon as possible. If you can book one for the afternoon, if you can even do it on the phone. I can't, because I'm not an advisor. But if you're doing this yourself, you can do that initial appointment on the phone. But try and keep it 2-4 days. If it's going to be a week, cool. I get that people are busy. It may be worth checking in with somebody if that's the case, through like a manual phone call or something like that. That being said, when it comes to this, if somebody sets an appointment, send out an invite, send a confirmation email, send a text as well, confirmation text. And then what you're going to want to do, I have here, this is, like I said, I'm not taking credit for this system. I don't recommend that you do a confirmation call unless this is a completely automated process. So let's say, for example, you have a calendar on your website that people can book in through. yes, then I would do a manual check-in. But if you set the appointment yourself over the phone, you don't need any more. I always recommend it. So this is actually, truth be told, my appointment reminder process is a little different from this. I would do 24 hours out from the appointment, text, email, 1 hour out from the appointment, text, email, and 10 minutes out from the appointment, text, and email as well. And then when it comes to no-shows, just throw them back through it. Put them back through the golden follow-up system, and you'll get them back onto that appointment straight away. They've already shown interest. They've already agreed to speak with you on an appointment to actually sit down and talk through their situation. You'll be absolutely fine getting them back on the phone. So yeah, guys, that is the golden follow-up system. It's a little different from just ring them 3 times and then declare it a dud lead. Run back to unbiased. Give me my £50. Give me oh shit. So yeah, this is how to make the most of your leads. We don't want to just let people go to waste, let them go down the drain. It's essentially just throwing your money away at that stage. You paid to generate the lead, you paid for the marketing, you paid for the media. Why would you not make the most of it? So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's changed your perspective a little bit as well with regards to the attitude of just sales in general in the UK. It has such a bad reputation, and there's absolutely no need for it. At the end of the day, if you can genuinely help this person, you're providing value, solving problems, they're going to be better off. You get paid at the end of the day as well. That means you can go home, raise a better family. Better families are going to raise a better society, and everyone's going to be better off as a result. And that can only happen through economic activity, spending money, and doing cool shit. So let's not get into political ideology debates, but that has been the golden follow-up system, guys. I appreciate you tuning in for this one, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one as well. Take care.